So today we're going to be talking about spoon feeding our lawn, and I'm going to be talking specifically about Greenshocker. It's starting to rain, perfect timing. But I got to put this picture up. You know, I've been singing the praises of Dirt Booster so much the past couple weeks. Thousands of bags have sold, and it's sold out. It'll be running in production in about a week and a half, just so you know. But I got to put this picture up. So at the farm, we planted a lot of cover crops for deer, and all we're really using, we're not using any fertilizers, we're just using the Dirt Booster and Dirt Booster compost out there. You got to see this picture. This is so cool. So these are a lot of the cover crops mixed in with all of our vegetables and everything. And I'll have to look at the timestamp on this, but the deer are just packing into this place. It is so cool. So man, these fields look fantastic, and they're finally getting rain too. So anyways, let's get on with this video, which is about turning this stuff really fast dark green, spoon feeding your lawn, especially during the summertime. Hold on. Morning. So today what we're going to do is I'm going to talk to you about Greenshocker, how I use it, especially down here. And I'm going to show you this lawn when I first arrived, and then I'm going to show it to you exactly 1 week later. I'm hitting this with Greenshocker and Dirt Booster. Now the Dirt Booster, I ran out, I want more. It's going to be available in about 2 weeks. A lot of people are asking. It just sold out. But the Greenshocker I'm putting down, this will be my third treatment in 7 days, because what I'm doing is I'm spoon feeding this lawn. So when I get a heavy rain, I come back, I'll put a little bit of Greenshocker on it, come back. Now, this Greenshocker, the majority of you will be putting down PGF Complete. That's your slow release based fertilizer. But there comes a point sort of in the heat and in the summertime where you may not want to put that down, and you may just want to use like a spoon feed, just like golf courses do. That's how I use Greenshocker. Right now I'm in total control, and that's what Greenshocker does. Greenshocker gives you total control of how those nutrients reach the soil, because it's a granular that acts like a liquid. In other words, as soon as you put Greenshocker down and wet it, it's in the soil. So tip number one, dry soil and then water it in. Tip number two is spreader settings. You got to watch your spreader settings. And then I put about 1 bag per 5,000 square feet when I'm doing this light spoon feeding. And man, it just seems to work phenomenal. So let's get going. Every yard here is solid brown because very few people have irrigation. I've got a shallow well. And what I've got is I've got a couple hot spots where when we rebuilt this lawn, you can see there's a hot spot over here, there's a hot spot over near the fence, there's a hot spot sort of in here, and there used to be gravel in here. So even though I'm putting water on this, man, you just can't put enough water on it. I mean, look at my neighbors, look at that, solid brown. Guess what, we're back on zoysia. So the first thing I noticed was hot spots. Some of this is due to watering patterns, but a lot of this is due to rocky soil underneath. And this is what I'm talking about. All right, so we're looking much better now. So you can see these burnout spots are pretty much gone. And the grass looks green, even though we just got a lot of rain. And I'm going to come out here and put more Greenshocker down on it. And I'm just spoon feeding and spoon feeding and spoon feeding. So let me give you a couple quick tips on Greenshocker. Number one, when you set your spreader opening, you almost can't even see the slot openings. It's about 1/8 of an inch, because this is extremely fine particle for a reason. Because this is an all fast release, what we want is we want every piece of grass basically to get a particle of this. So every 1/4 of an inch of your lawn is going to have one of these little particles, or even more than that. You get a huge amount of coverage with this. And then I'm going to add some water to that. And I want you to watch what happens to this. And you can see almost immediately that it starts to break down. So this is going right into your soil. Within about 5 minutes of being wet, almost all your particles will dissolve. But you can see quite clearly what's going on here. Okay, so This is about 5 minutes after I've been having it sit in this bowl, and look at this. See it? Isn't that cool? It's very cool. The other tip I'll give you is you just have to really be careful about your spreader patterns, because you can't see this stuff going out really. So when you're going along, it's not like a white fertilizer that you can see the spread pattern. So you just have to really take aim. So I'm aiming at my picket fence, boom, and then I'll come back and I know I got about a 3-foot spread pattern on either side. So you just have to really comprehend of where you're going. Take your time when you put this out, because you can't see it when it comes out. It'll disappear instantly into it, and as soon as you put water to it, it starts to dissolve. So one thing I like to do, we're going to have an afternoon thunderstorm, and even though we're going to have an afternoon thunderstorm, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come out here and I'm actually going to mist this for about 2 minutes, let the particles break down, and that way when the thunderstorm comes, it'll actually go right into the soil. You can see just how fine these particles are. It basically is like salt. And the distribution on this is absolutely incredible. I mean, you'll have a piece every 1/8 of an inch on your lawn. So every blade of grass is going to get a tiny bit of nutrients. So I'm going to put up my cut from the other day, just because you guys asked about reel mowing out here. I am reel mowing this lawn. When I'm not here, my guy actually has a rotary Honda that he cuts it with. But a couple of questions you guys have asked is, what's the difference between Greenshocker and Super Juice? Super Juice probably has a little bit more as far as nutrient value. It has sea kelp and a little bit more on the micro side. But I got to be honest, it's just easier for Greenshocker when I'm spoon feeding. Now I'll do both, like especially when I'm seeding new lawns, I'll put out Greenshocker and Super Juice. I keep my Super Juice. I should show you this. When I open my bag of Super Juice down here, because I'm not here all the time, I actually put it into 1-gallon Ziploc bags, and it's sitting on my shelf, and it's perfect. I'll run in there and grab it and show it to you. This Super Juice in these bags is over a year old, and it's just absolutely perfect. It's a great way to store it. So that's the difference between it. Can you use it on cool season lawns? Absolutely. In the middle of the summer, you can go out because it's so mild. Remember, the main nutrient that your soil loses, especially we talked about CECs, low CEC soils lose nitrogen. That's what leaches out, and that's why Greenshocker, you can spoon feed and lightly replace that nitrogen. It's a 7:1:2 ratio with a little bit of iron and humic acid. So it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect for that leaching effect when a lot of that nitrogen is getting pushed out of the soil, but you don't want to go put a strong fertilizer down. You just want to put a little bit of nitrogen on it. It's perfect for it. So let me go grab the bag of Super Juice, and then I'll put up the reel mower cut. So a couple of you guys have asked about the mower that I'm using down here. I'm using the GR series from McLean. I put a link to it in the description below. I link to the Greenshocker, I link to the Lawn Guys, I link to everything. But you know, this is a small lawn. This lawn in the front is only about 4,500 square feet. And I'm telling you, it's not about the size of the lawn, it's about the quality of the cut. The 25-inch, this lawn, you'll see it, watch. When I'm cutting this lawn, how bumpy it is. I mean, this mower is going like this, over this, and when I'm done, the cut is just absolutely beautiful. So I've gotten to the point where I've stopped worrying about leveling and flattening my lawn and just get the right mower. I'm telling you, this is, you know, these run about, it'll run you about $2 grand, but I don't care what size lawn you have, the wider the mower, the better the cut. And the 25, it just smooths out. And when you go to a smaller mower, it has a tendency to sort of oscillate and follow all those imperfections. When you have the wide one, it has a tendency to level it out better. It's just phenomenal cut. So, and I'll only backlap this maybe once a year down here because I'm not cutting a whole lot. So maintenance wise, there's really nothing to do on this. There's no greasing, there's no anything. The blades are still sharp from last year when I backlapped this. I'm telling you, great unit. So I'll link to it down below. I'll link to the Greenshocker, I'll link to the Dirt Booster, and I'll link to the Lawn Gods, and all down below. So let's go cut.
How did we end up here in the corner, looking like enemies? We used to be the team people talk about, what a chemistry. I can see it in your eyes. You don't wanna talk anymore. I wanna get so numb, while we enemies. No, you don't mind the way I stutter my words. You know exactly what it means and how it hurts. Oh, I can't believe you're here. Can't get any worse. No, no. I just wanna get out of here. I find it so hard to breathe. 'Cause when you get too close, I lose my way and I freeze. I wish you knew what power you have over me, but now it's so hard to breathe. Just get me out of here. Just get me out of here. Just get me out of. How can you be so calm around me when I act desperately? You used to be the one getting crazy when I'd be hard to reach. I can see it in your eyes. You don't wanna talk anymore. I wanna get so numb, while we enemies. No, you don't mind the way I stutter my words. You know exactly what it means and how it hurts. Oh, I can't believe you're here. Can't get any worse. No, no. I just wanna get out of here. I find it so hard to breathe. 'Cause when you get too close, I lose my way and I freeze. I wish you knew